Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Today we will be talking about the real estate agreements and how this will affect sellers and the buyers moving forward. I have been talking to my clients, colleagues, and not everyone is happy with this new law of TRESA. It will definitely affect. I've been in business for over 10 years in real estate business full-time. I've been trading. I've seen different trends. We definitely have been impacted with the virus that we had, the lockdowns and different aspects that we had to evolve when it comes to real estate trading, and we all did it. But having said that, it was like we got away from being there as a representative, I believe, and with this TRESA, the new laws and the ways, and sellers have a choice, buyers have a choice, which is fine. But let me ask you a question. You as a buyer, would you allow me to represent you on this deal as a realtor and give the authority to the sellers to disclose the body of your agreement, which means the price, conditions, and everything else? Exactly. You would say no. Like I'm giving a particular price and conditions based on what we have researched as a buyer, realtor, and the client, and I don't want this. I don't want anyone else to know. So when I look at it, I personally don't like it because, look, there are certain realtors in this industry, and we all know we do our research. We spend a lot of time. There's hours involved, market analysis, community analysis, in depth. Like some of these realtors, I'm not bashing anybody, but they don't go in depth when it comes to even preparing an offer. Never mind everything else, right? So we're I'm just afraid that these things are going to blow up out of proportion, and that people will be like, look, I can see everything transparent. It's basically an auction, right? And I did a video on this months and months ago. I will have it in the link on the screen at the end of this video. But look at it, right? Like even sellers, I'm talking to sellers, right? All the time, right? And they're like, okay, so when we receive an offer, and even if we are in a multiple offer, I'm not going to call the other agent and say, this is the price. It's not fair. This other party, they have to do their due diligence, whether it's more or less, or whatever they think is the market value, or can they even prove that analysis to their client, right? Just because my client as a seller want X price on it doesn't mean it's the right price. What if I didn't do the right thing? Or what if we're just fishing? Or it happens all the time, right? So they're the offset, which is the other side. So that's why we have the seller agent and the buyer agent combined, finding the market value and finding the mutual agreement between the seller and the buyer. So now, all these lines are now blurred. Everything will be open if the seller wants it, if the buyer wants it. And I don't really know if I like that. It has nothing to do. I agree with the fact that we have to register our offers. I think that change was long due, because other parties can lie that they have 5 or 7 or 20 offers, right? Okay, at least register the offer. Makes it a little bit harder to manipulate that aspect. And then moving forward is it's obviously in good faith, but we as a seller agent and the seller client, we're controlling the entire, we're controlling the numbers, we're controlling time, we're controlling everything, right? And I don't even want to get I don't know how long you have been trading, or if you ever had the experience sitting there with your representative in person offers, right? Offers that have been presented in person. I went through that era. I loved it because I could sense the room. I could sense other agents. I could sense other clients. I could sense, you know, just the energy all around, and I loved it, like, you know, and made me feel good, right? Like, I had to be there on time. My client was there. There was so much more involved when it comes to buying a property, right? So, yes, sometimes it did not work in my favor, right? Because I would stand there with my client, with my buyer client on the driveway. And as we're moving forward, you know, they would see, you know, 15 cars just drive up and park and be like, okay, like, look, when I kind of think about it, I don't really like the area, or I don't like the driveway, or look at this chip, or look at that chip, or whatever the case might be, or they just get cold feet. But I'm saying everything was there. Today, everything is paperless, which is fine, but like there's no, people are mostly just buying a house. They're not buying a home anymore, right? And I loved buying homes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was so cool being there, being involved, being on time. Freeze, you know, minus 40 January. I love that month because half of the realtors were sleeping, and I would make, you know, 3, 4, 5 deals in the first couple of weeks of January. Like I would definitely get a cold after, but it was interesting, that adrenaline, meeting in person, and then you would create a network with other realtors. You would meet them, you would shake their hand, you would talk to them, etc. Right? So, and even the clients see how hard you're working and your capabilities. Because no matter what I say to the agents, what do they know? I mean, like, you know, like, I'm doing the marketing, when I'm doing this, I'm calling people, like, what do they know? What if I'm not? So this is what I'm saying. Like, so it's just getting harder. And then on top of this, like, everything is being transparent in a way where it's like, okay, so it's an auction. I don't get it. Like, you know what I mean? So what do we do now? Every property will be like a multiple offer. Like, we're just going to lower the price to whatever we think it's the most attractive. And we're just going to wait for the offers to come in, look at it on email or on an app. And we're just going to sit there, and it's going to arrive, and this is what it is. And you, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, are going to accept it or not, or whatever. Like, I just don't understand all of that stuff. So I would like for you to comment and just like to see, like, if you are going through this, like, how you feel about that. And you buyers as well, like, how do you feel of me telling you, look, I'm going to disclose everything to the seller, and they will disclose everything to the new buyer. Like I don't get it, right? So please, all of your colleagues, realtors, comment below. What do you think about it for real? Like, what do you think about it? Or if this will benefit us, if this will benefit our clients, if this will benefit the entire industry. And then you, dear friends and colleagues and clients, comment below. What do you think about that? Like, is this the right thing to do, or like, what should we do? Just talking openly in 2024. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And there's that video right there that I made months ago. Thanks for watching.